Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. We have two surprises for you today, but first we need to start with morning chores. Good morning, girls. Who's hungry for breakfast? How was your first night at the farm? You guys, we officially have no more animals left at the homestead property. Everybody is down here at the farm now, including these three cute girls. We moved them down just last night, so this was their first night spent here at the farm. They have, you can see, lots of grass to eat. It looks like they're gonna have a good day. Now, we do still need to move their shelters down this morning, so we're gonna do that in a little bit, not on camera, but we're gonna move their shelter down later today so that they have a place to get out of the heat, because it is gonna be hot again today. They do have a nice wallow and they have plenty of water, so I think they'll be fine until we get it down here. Now you may notice, along with our two sows, Linda and Myrtle, there's a little one in here as well. This is one that we held back from one of our litters this spring. We're keeping her for a while to evaluate if she's gonna be good to sell as a breeder. We've been calling her Betty. She's growing really well. I think she is going to be a good gilt for somebody someday. We'll be selling her because she can't breed with Charlie, because Charlie's her dad. But if she turns out to be a good gilt, we'll be selling her down the road so that someone else can have a great IPP gilt. All right, let's go feed Charlie. Well, good morning, Charles. How are you today, mister? I can tell you one thing, Charlie loves it here at the farm. He has a much bigger pen than he had on the homestead, a lot more grass, a bigger wallow, everything that a pig needs to be happy.
Are you ready, ducks? Go on. Good morning, chickens. Come on out. Okay, Silkies, it's your turn.
Now that morning chores are done, there is another project that we want to accomplish yet this morning, and that is something really that we haven't talked to you guys about at all. It's inside the workshop. Now, before we go in there, I need to tell you guys, I did a video a few weeks ago talking about moving all of my quail out of the workshop and how having them in there was affecting my breathing and they were causing a lot of problems. And while that was all true, luckily I report my breathing's been really good, so that's all good. But I kind of broke my own rule, not with quail, but with something else that we've been keeping in the workshop.
Well, let's back up a little bit. About a month ago, we had a delivery made to us of about 50 breast chicks. It just so happens that the farm that we got our original breast chicks from, they were coming through Missouri making deliveries, and they were able to stop by our farm and deliver us 50 more breast chicks. Well, we had them in the brooder at the homestead where we have raised lots and lots and lots of chicks.
We must have brooded 30 groups of chicks in that same exact location over the last 6 years.
Right, but this time there was one day that I walked into that brooder and inside there was a black rat snake that looked filled with chicks.
Yeah, I got a frantic phone call. I was down here at the farm working and I got a frantic phone call from Sarah saying, you need to get home. There's this huge snake, and it was about a 6 foot long snake in with the chicks. We've never had a snake get in that building before and hurt chicks, so we were very surprised. So I rushed back home, got home, the snake was still in there. Luckily Sarah was kind of keeping it in a corner until I got there. I was able to get the snake. I actually did kill the snake because I wanted to try to see how many chicks it actually ate.
Right.
And so I cut it open. It had eaten 8 of our baby chicks that within probably a couple hours, because I had just been out there to fill their water a few hours prior to that.
So we realized quickly that, you know, snake season is not over by any means. So we needed to figure out a way to keep all those chicks safe from snakes. Right.
And since we didn't have another building right now that was really secure for the chicks, but we still had 42 chicks left, we needed to come up with another plan. So our plan was, well, let's go in the workshop and we'll show you. So this was our solution to the problem for the last few weeks. Now this kind of broke my promise, like I said, that I wasn't going to have any birds in the workshop. But our solution was we moved one of our big chicken tractors in here. I put the linoleum back down on the floor that I used to have underneath my big quail cage. And we've been raising these 42 chicks here in the workshop for the last 3 weeks. It is getting to the point now where they're making quite a mess in here and it's time to get them out. We knew this was going to be a temporary thing, but we needed something that was going to keep them safe from snakes. And being in here definitely did the job. But you can see they're about a month old now and they're getting plenty big to be outside. They're, for the most part, fully feathered. So what we're going to do today is we're going to move all of these outside. We're actually going to split them between this tractor and the other chicken tractor that we have. So there'll be about 20 in each tractor, and they'll be able to stay there for a long, long time. We'll have them on grass. We'll be able to move them frequently. I think it's going to be really good for them. Much better than them being in here in the workshop. And then I can finally get this back under control once again. Now, despite the chicks being in here, like I said earlier, my breathing has been very good, so I'm very happy about that. But it is time to definitely get them out of here. One big thing that I changed in the workshop, first of all, whenever I'm in here now, especially while we've had these chicks in here, I've been making sure that I have the big roll-up doors open so there's good airflow that way. The other big thing that I've changed is I've installed some window fans in the workshop. They're ventilation fans. I have 2 in the windows in the back of the workshop that blow fresh air in, and then I have 2 in the front of the workshop that blow the inside air out. And that has really made a big difference to kind of exchange the air in here throughout the day. So it really makes a big difference. In the past, I've had fans blowing directly on the animals, and that's what I think caused a lot of the problems in the first place. So I don't have that anymore. I don't have all the dander flying around. It's really just more under control at this point. All right, so we're going to try to load up 20 of these chicks first. I've got a couple different carriers here we're going to load them into. And we're gonna take those 20, we're gonna put them in the chicken tractor that's already outside. Then we're gonna come back, we're gonna load up the other 20. Then we have to get this tractor out into the orchard area where we're gonna be raising these. And then we'll move these out there as well. I think they're gonna have a really good time being on grass for the very first time. All right, we're gonna get busy trying to catch these guys. Now, I'll tell you, this is a little different than when you raise Cornish cross in a tractor like this, because these guys are good flyers already. So it's a little more tricky. Even going in to feed them is a little more tricky. So our plan isn't to keep them in tractors long term. We actually plan on hopefully building another hoop coop for them soon. But for today, we're going to try to get them out, move them to the 2 tractors. We're also going to try to separate males and females. Now, I shouldn't say that. We're going to try to count males and females because we want to know how many roosters we have, because most of those, if not all of those, will be for processing. And then we want to know how many hens we have, because as you know, we only have 3 adult hens of the American breast chickens right now. So we need more. So we're hoping to see how many we have today. And potentially, we might even have some that we can sell down the road. We'll see. Now, just to be safe, because we do have the big door shut right now in case any escape, I am going to be wearing a mask. I actually talked Sarah into wearing one too. Finally found a good use for one of these masks, and that's catching chickens, I guess. So we're going to wear masks just to be safe, and then we're going to get busy catching some chickens. Let's get this out of there, and let's get their waters out of here. Get back in there.
Rooster. That's number 1.
I might need to get right in there.
That's fine. Oh, are you kidding me?
I know. I told you they're good flyers. The exciting thing is, I'm actually seeing a lot of hens.
Well, that's good, because I normally just see roosters, which is fine. I mean, we need the meat too, so.
Like, that's a hen, don't you think?
No, that's a rooster. 2. Oh my gosh, this guy is trying to get out. 2. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're crazy. Okay, number 2. This is a big one. That's 3. 7. Careful. 8.
That rooster?
Yes.
There's at least 2 roosters right there.
$13.
I don't know.
For sure. It's too tall to be a hen. 17. Ooh, they're running hot like Cornish.
I know.
17. Okay, so this is 21, right?
Yeah. Will we be that lucky to have exactly half and half?
Okay, so we ended up, we think we have them all. We ended up with 21 in the rooster pen and 21 in the hen pen. We're really just going based on the color of the combs right now.
Right, we could be wrong.
Yeah, we could be wrong. So the roosters we're thinking have much more developed and red combs at this point. And so we pulled out 21 that we think, based on comb color and size and really overall size of the birds right now, we think we probably have it right. We're gonna watch.
I doubt that we're lucky enough to have exactly
right, 21
half roosters and half hens.
Yeah. So over the next couple weeks and stuff, we will watch their behavior, look for the typical rooster behavior in where we think we have all the hens and vice versa, and pick out the ones that we were wrong.
Right.
But for right now, they're split exactly in half, 21 in hens and 21 in roosters. So we can get these guys, the roosters, out in the grass and come back for these, what we think are all hens, and move this tractor out into the grass and put them in there as well.
We're out in the orchard area We've got the chicks. Let's get them in their tractor and hopefully we don't get too many runaways. There you go, guys. They don't know it yet, but they're gonna like it out here.
Afraid to come out. There you go.
All right. Now we need to load the other ones into the same bin. And then we need to move that other tractor out here before we move them. So we need to kind of do this so that they're not in this bin terribly long.
Right.
All right, let's head back to the workshop.
I'm gonna count.
Okay.
2.
Every time we have to catch chicks, there's always one that's last.
Scoot these guys over.
Now that we have the chicks out of that tractor, we need to move that tractor outside. We're going to do that with my tractor. We're going to use the bale spikes. The bale spikes for my tractor come in so handy for moving things. It's kind of like having a forklift, except for these chicken tractors are too wide. So I've come up with this system of adding these pieces of like heavy duty PVC pipe onto the ends of my bale spikes. Makes it long enough that I can move these chicken tractors all around the homestead or the farm if I need to. So it works out really well. So we'll put these on first. Just slide these on like this. Now, these aren't super heavy duty, but they're plenty strong for something like a chicken tractor. So we'll slide those on. Now we're going to pull in. We're going to set the chicken tractor on here. We'll be able to drive it out to the orchard.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. 'Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. Think I'll go back where I came from. Everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right,
Notice these guys aren't nearly as jumpy as those guys.
Yeah.
Which also tells me these are probably hens and those are probably roosters.
That's true.
I'm a happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
Well, that is a good job done. And I'm glad to now have my workshop back. I can get it cleaned back up and hopefully have it pretty dust-free in there.
We're so happy to have these chicks not only outside now, but also just to have them. More for the freezer, more for our laying and breeding flock.
Right.
We're really pleased with the way these American breasts are doing for us.
Yeah, we must have been off a little bit on our count originally because if everything counted out right today, it looks like we're going to have 21 roosters and 19 hens.
19 or 20. We were both counting in our heads. One said 19, one said 20.
Right. So that's good because we wanted more roosters to put in the freezer, but we also wanted to get our hen numbers up, and that should be just about perfect. So this is going to be great. I think they're going to be very happy living outside.
Thank you so much to Jen and Buddy from North Star Farms. That's where our birds, this flock and our very original
Yeah,
flock
they
have
surprised
come
us
from.
with these.
Yep, they're doing great and they've got great quality birds.
We just feel so blessed to have these additional birds here on the homestead. And we hope that in the future we'll be able to bless others by able to supply good quality American breast chicks and chickens and hatching eggs and everything else to more of you as well.
You guys, if you're enjoying our videos and you are not subscribed yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below. And also remember that the best way that you can help us here on the homestead is just to share our videos on your social media. Until next time, thank you so much for stopping by our homestead. Take care and God bless.
God bless.